Hello everyone and welcome back for some more BattleTech. Alright, so let's take a look at the mech bay, because I don't think we've even done that yet. That's what the game's all about, right? So we've got a BJ-1, which is a blackjack. We've got a Vindicator. We've got our Shadowhawk. We've got a Spider. And we've got a Locust. So respectively, we've got 1, 2, 3 medium mechs and 2 light mechs. And they all kind of have different roles. So I'll go over them again just briefly so that you know what they are. So for the blackjack, it is essentially a jack of all trades. It's got a good mix of long and medium range weapons, solid amount of armor, so on and so forth. Then you've got the Vindicator, which is really a distance combatant. It can fight up close, but it doesn't have particularly good firepower up close. The PPC is not as accurate when you get too near to a target. Unless you have a really high level Mechwarrior to compensate for that, but it's essentially a sniper mech. You've got the Shadowhawk, which is most effectively used as like a tank, let it soak damage for you. And then the Spider and the Locust are both light sort of scout mechs. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and do the repairs here on this Spider. 6,900 C-bills in 3 days. Okay, let's go ahead and get that going. This actually gets a lot better once we can make some improvements to our mech bay. Right now we've got a med tech of 3, so that's how quickly essentially our people will heal if wounded. Or excuse me, medical. We have a medical of 6. That's how quickly they'll heal if wounded. And then mech tech is how fast we can do repairs and refits. So neither one of these scores is like outstanding, just so we're clear on that. And then here's our starting morale when we go into a mission. It's at 25. So our quote-unquote resting morale level. And just as a reminder, this is the thing that fuels the special abilities like vigilance or specific targeting in combat. Okay, so I think what we'll do, let's take a look. I'm gonna take a look at, are there any open contracts in this system? Let's just double check that. There's a patrol and it includes travel. Okay, so you can take a contract in any system you want. We'll go take a look at navigation in a minute and see what's out there. Or you can do things like this where you can just see what's available, and then if it's got a world plus an arrow, you know that it's travel to another system, and in this case that the travel is included with the contract. So they're essentially paying you to travel there to do the mission. And sometimes it makes sense to do that, especially if it's going in a direction that you want to go. And for me, there's a strategy behind where you want to go in the early game, especially. And this system wouldn't necessarily be bad, but patrol, yeah, that's okay. It's a battle mission, which is fine with me. It is in the Badlands, which I don't particularly like because you have to deal with the heat. And then it's a half skull difficulty rating, which is pretty low. Compensation and salvage are okay, but before we commit to doing this, let's go to navigation, take a look at the star map, and just kind of see what we got going on here. So we're like super restricted on where we can go right now. So we can't go out here, right? Restricted until debt is paid. Okay. Alright, so let's just take a look at our options. Alloway. The other thing too is look at these attributes, because this does make a difference. Like for instance, Alloway over there's got a black market, so there might be something interesting at the store there. So it's something else to look at. What do you have on your system? Agriculture, arid world, periphery level civilization, ruins, small pop. Yeah, okay. So nothing too interesting. So out of the systems we can go to, Alloway is actually the most interesting. Travel time at 17 days, it cost us 30 grand. I guess we can take this travel contract and do it. We might as well. Plus it's kind of a milk run, so we should be able to get some decent, some decent rewards without having to risk too much, which is nice in the early game. So we have 12 days, I think it was, to get there. Let me double check that. 12 days. Now the reason I'm checking that is because when I go back in the mech bay, I kind of want to refit some of these mechs, kind of customize them a little bit, starting with this Shadowhawk. Because the way I form my lance, particularly like my primary lance early in the game, is that there's a couple different schools of thought. I generally use a sort of tanky kind of mech to go out and do my scouting for me, and then sort of hold their ground until they really can't take any more punishment at all, and then I back them out. And then I have 2 really long-range mechs, and then sort of a versatile mech. That's usually how I build my lance. So a lot of people, though, will say, no, you want a small, light mech to go out, detect things, sensor lock, and then back out. You know, it's very situational. It's one of the things I really, really like about BattleTech, from the board game and then from the Mechwarrior role-playing game, that they translated so well into this digital version, is that flexibility and different ways to handle conflict is really well represented. So I'm going to make some changes here based on what works for me. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this SRM-2, this short-range missile launcher, because I don't want it. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm stripping off to get some weight back. So we were at 55 out of 55 tons, so I couldn't add anything. Now I'm freed up to add stuff. So I'm going to hit this little max armor, and then I'm going to adjust from there. So I'm going to take some off the back, because really only need to be able to take like 1 or 2 salvos to the back. If you're in a situation where you've allowed your mech to be getting shot from behind for like multiple turns, then you probably just made a mistake. So, you know, don't do that, I guess is what I would say. Okay, and then we're going to beef up pretty much everything else to near max here. Okay, we went over tonnage. I want more in the legs. What else could we strip out? We could take a jump jet out. A lot of times I do that on this mech. For that matter, I could take a heat sink out. It's not going to be firing that much. Not really its job. Yeah, you know what? Let's take a heat sink out. Drop that out, and then let's move this heat sink to the center torso. Yep. And then we'll run up the armor on the legs. Okay, and torso. Okay, so 90, 90, 100, 100, 45 along the back, 45 in the head. Yeah, that's fine. Sometimes I strip off even more and and armor it up even more, but this should be good, at least for the time being. Again, that's only going to take 2 days, and it's not really going to cost much, right? 1,300? Okay, confirm. Now remember, I specifically use my Shadowhawk, especially in the early game, as a tank, and then to some degree as a, you know, a melee combatant. So taking some weapons off, it's a good trade for me because of the way I utilize this mech. It may not be advisable for you. You know, if you're counting on additional firepower from that mech early in the game, might not be best to do what I just did. Just depends on what you choose to do. Alright, let's see. Blackjack. Yep, refit. Okay. I think since these things tend to run hot anyway, as you can see here by the heat efficiency, I think what I'm going to do here is... first off, that AC2 ammo is going to hang out down here. I don't want it in the torso, so if it gets blown, it can spread to the center. So I'd rather get a leg blown off because this mech's got jump jets, and I'll just reallocate where the jump jets are. Move that heatsink to the middle, and then I'm gonna strip off some of these medium lasers. In my opinion, from the time I've spent with this game so far, armor pays big dividends. And I know what people are going to say. They're going to say, well, wait, if you can take down the enemy faster. Well, true, but it's tough to close distance. And medium lasers, so you can take a look here. Medium lasers are optimal at 180 meters, max of 270, standard range. You got to get pretty close for them to be effective. And so that's kind of the weird thing about the Blackjack, since it has hard points. And let me take a moment to explain that. So you can see here, it's got a ballistic hard point, it's got an energy hard point, it has no missile hardpoints and no support hardpoints. That's what these little icons are for. But it's essentially designed, you know, it's this fire support and skirmisher. It's really a fire support mech, in my opinion, which means, you know, long to extreme range fire. Now, it's not indirect, it's direct fire. So these auto cannons are, you know, like daka right into somebody's face. Should we move the jump jets all to the torso? I think we should, in case one of the legs gets blown off. Let's get some more AC ammo. We don't run out. Drop that in the other leg. And let's beef up the armor. Yeah, we need more in the torso. Oh, wow, the back is really weak. It needs to be at like 40. Okay. Knock that down a little bit. Okay, we're over. Could drop the other heatsink. I can drop the other heatsink. It doesn't really matter. We're primarily just going to be firing the AC2s. And they generate like nothing. 4 heat versus a medium laser. 12 heat. Yeah, they're pretty efficient. The only downside, so maybe I should take a second to explain that too. So, and I'll go over this again in probably another video in case somebody misses it. But, you know, energy weapons, their biggest benefit, in my opinion, is that they simply don't run out of ammo, right? But they do generate a lot of heat. And depending on the type of energy weapon, be it a laser or a particle projection cannon or some kind of lost tech weapon, like, you know, well, I won't even get into that because they may or may not even show up in the campaign. But when you're talking about energy weapons, their advantage is that as long as your mech is running, you've got more to shoot. And when you go to an autocannon, it's ammo based. When you go to a short range missile launcher or long range missile launcher, same thing. You can run out of ammo, and it runs out faster than you might think. So, you know, when you start customizing your mechs, make sure you check the ammo amounts that you have. Is it going to be sufficient? Because you don't want to be like click 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 click. That's like a bad situation, right? Okay, so let's see. Got a little bit more tonnage available. How are the legs? Yeah, they're good. Let's put some more in the arms. And you know what? Let's do this. Like that. Okay, I can live with that. Alright, that's going to take 10 days, which is fine. Which means, let's see, manage task. Okay, so let's take the spider. Let's put it at the bottom of the workflow, the task management, because we have a locus we can use if we want to, if the spider's not ready. And if we do this, we can launch right away. It's not a big deal. We could get to the place and then wait 3 days, but if, you know, in terms of time efficiency and having to pay our monthly dues, the financial report will come up and then we'll have to pay everything. So this is the most optimal setup right now. Okay. And just for giggles, let's check out the store here. I don't think they're going to have anything that interesting. Panther part. You need 3 salvage to put a mech together. Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't see any weapons with pluses next to them, meaning that they're of better quality. No. Any interesting equipment? No. Okay, yeah, I figured as much. Alright, so here's our current cost, $241,000 a month. Currently have a run rate, enough runway for 4 months. Alright, let's go. We'll take that contract. Negotiate. Okay, so in this case, we have rep available? Oh, we do. Okay. So it's for the Free World League. So this is the faction that we would, you know, potentially gain reputation with. I showed you that in the last video down here in the captain's quarters. We're basically neutral with everyone right now. I don't care about rep bonus right now at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to negotiate for one, what they call, what's it called? Elite salvage, priority salvage. Yeah. Okay, so the first number means I get to pick something that's from the leftovers after the battle or mission or what have you. And then the other number is what you're going to get just randomly given to you. So that you don't really have any control over. All right, so we're going to go for this. We're going to take 187K, and we're going to take 1 priority salvage and 4 of whatever, and we're not going for any rep increase.
Roger that, Commander.
Okay, we're going to accept, and here we go. Okay, work on the Shadowhawks complete. Now this is our drop ship going to the jump ship. I think I explained in the other video that drop ships are in system only. They're sublight. So you got to hook up to a really big jump ship that's got a KD. It's called a KD Fujita drive. That'll like skip you to other systems. You can't go on your own. Something about, this question might come up, well, why? Because this jump ship, like the vast majority of it is actually just the drive. Okay, shakedown. You're on the Leopard's Bridge with Sumar, Yang, Darius for the daily staff briefing. Darius says, we received 3 messages from the bank. Loan Shark, Sumar cuts in. Oh, educate the banks about their mistake. Your company has gained the following tags. Loan status, fair. By fair, banks financing the Leopard should show you at least deter them from sending any bounty hunters after you. Okay, that's fine. Trying to shake us down. Whatever, stupid banks. Proceed with our current contract. Yeah, let's go ahead and go. We don't need to wait. I don't care about having the spider. Okay, let's ready up the lance. So, Shadowhawk here. And Blackjack right here. Vindicator here. And we'll put our Scout class mech there. Okay, and we're going to drop Behemoth over here because she has Bulwark, which means she moves forward, she stops. The next turn, if she doesn't move again, in other words, move forward or backwards, you can rotate, then basically she's going to take 50% damage reduction. So she's, quote unquote, she's listed as a defender. So she's a pilot for a tank, and that's exactly what this is. Maximum structure and maximum armor, essentially, right? That's what we've set it up for. Blackjack, I'll fly the Blackjack, or pilot the Blackjack. We'll put Glitch in the Vindicator. And then we'll go ahead and take... Let's take Medusa out to get Medusa some experience so that we can pick up Sensor Lock on him sooner rather than later. So we won't have any Sensor Lock on this particular drop, and that's okay. You can see here that we're going to be in Initiative 3, 3, 3, and 4, respectively. So he'll act first from our team, and then the other 3 will go in the next phase, unless we reserve and drop down to where they're at. That makes sense? Yes, I felt you understanding it. Let's go. Mechwarriors, prepare for combat. Okay. We believe there to be a pirate lance operating on Bellerophon within the region we control. All Merrick operations are at risk as long as this lance is allowed to move unimpeded. Control the area, find the enemy lance, and eliminate it. Copy that.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, so let's see. How far are they? Okay, we can dash for the first turn or two, I think it's fine. Or sprint. Whatever you want to call it, it's fine.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Roger.
The Locust does look cool, though. Look at him. Little chicken. Little turkey. It's basically what it is. Little turkey mech. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
we'll send you out there first. Go, turkey mech, go!
Copy. Copy that.
Now, do we want to cut some people up this way? They have high ground? Yeah, enemy contact. That's what I figured. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and send Glitch mountainside. And for that matter, I think I'll go with her. Yep. Okay, and then we'll have Behemoth kind of just like skirt this mountain face.
Hell yeah.
What do we got? Unknown.
Standing by.
Okay, let's go take a peek. See what we're dealing with here. Into the cover? Yeah, let's go into the cover. Gives us damage reduction.
On my way.
What is that, a cicada? Jenner. That's a Jenner. Alright. It's actually good for us, because Jenners basically carry a ton of energy weapons, and they're not particularly energy efficient, so on this particular biome, they're gonna probably have a hard time. And I'm gonna brace, not gonna bother firing.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so we can get a direct fire shot from here. Actually, let's just go ahead and move all the way up. Let's get eyes on that other mech. What do we got down there? Locust. Okay, but he's got 4 active chevrons. Okay, and he's braced. I guess we'll take some shots over here. They're not going to be great, but that's fine. Turn off the long-range missiles.
Got it.
Nope. Oh, the laser hit. All right. Good shot. Yeah, I thought there might be some on the mountaintop. Okay.
I hear ya.
Let's do this. Let's sprint to here. Like so.
Got it.
Yep, come on.
Full throttle.
There we go. So we might take a few hits, we'll see. This is pretty good positioning though, all things considered. Oh, it's just vehicles, alright. Okay, indirect fire from the vehicle, no big deal.
Got.
And that Locust, a swift wind can kill it, but I think we're fine. Yep, we're good.
Ready for orders.
Oh, we can melee that. We're not going to, but that would be kind of funny. I think what we'll do here, we can get behind it. But we're not going to be able to really take advantage of that. I could run behind it and shoot it, take some of the back armor off, but it's just not really worth it because we don't really have a follow-up. So I think what we'll do instead is we're going to run down here and just kind of be a target. I know that sounds bad, but it can take a little bit of damage, and with 4 defensive chevrons and its size, it's pretty hard to hit. So this guy can close distance and like nail him, but it's unlikely that the Jenner will be able to do too much. Plus the Shadowhawk's here, so I don't think the Jenner will get too aggressive. I'm kind of betting, basically. And we're gonna go ahead and guard to reduce damage if he gets shot. Yep, went after the Shadowhawk. That's kind of what I thought would happen. We need to get rid of this Jenner fast.
to go.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send Glitch up top to deal with the vehicles. And then I'm gonna go around and help deal with those mechs. Light them up. Nice. Good shot.
Bye-bye.
Nicely done. Alright. Actually, hold on. Behemoth, you have a... You don't have a melee hit, huh? Nope. Alright. Remember, we want to keep her in position. We don't want her to move.
Roger.
Oh, nice. You like that AC shot to your face? My guess is you probably didn't. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump, which will give us 4 defensive chevrons, and we'll land in cover, and then we'll take a shot here. That thing's not guarded. It's standing in the open. It has no defensive chevrons because we fired at and stripped away what it had. And actually, I think what we'll do, since we have the morale, let's go ahead and spend a little bit of that and do a precision strike. And let's see if we can start coring this thing out.
All weapons committed.
Okay, right arm destroyed, so he just lost a good chunk of lasers.
Critical damage detected.
Okay, glitch is fine. You know what? Let's reserve, drop down to the next phase, and see what this guy's gonna do. You gonna go and shoot here? That's what I'm assuming. Kind of your standard play, right? Yeah. Alright. This guy's about to have a bad day.
Orders.
Attack from here.
I copy.
Oh, hi! Did you get too close? I think you did.
Putting my weight into it.
Oh, sucks to be you.
Scored a critical hit.
Oh, that's fun. That's really fun to do that. Hello, Jenner. Meh.
Waiting for orders.
Yep. Then come in and attack again, and we'll get our machine guns as well, because those add to melee attacks. Machine guns have a much higher chance to do internal critical damage as well, which is a nice side bonus. I think he had a little too much armor left for that to happen there, but that's okay. Some more melee? Let's see. 40 damage, or we can shoot. I think we're probably better served by jumping. Yeah, we're probably better off, like, maybe jumping here and shooting.
Engaging jump.
We'll do more damage. As fun as melee attacks are and all that. Oh, he's got a bunch of defensive chevrons. Okay, well, let's finish this guy off then. Here.
All weapons committed.
Yep.
Hot damn.
Peace out.
Enemy mech destroyed.
What can I do for ya?
Let's see. Now, Glitch, you've already got multi-target, right? Yes, you do. So we're going to move up. Can we make this work? Maybe from here? I change the angle? Yes.
You
I can make
betcha.
it work. Alright, so we're going to multi-target. You'll be A, you'll be B. Switch the LRM to B.
Got it.
See, that PPC missed. We still got it, but that PPC missed because of we were too close.
Damage is light.
Good to go.
Yeah, we can go get in his face.
Moving out.
I don't anticipate it living past this round, so I think it's just fine.
Acknowledged.
Oh, went internal on his leg. Nice.
Ready for orders.
Death from above? Yeah, what the hell?
Affirmative.
That's so fun. Now, what I should have done is just gone out there and shot him, because now I'm going to end up paying for repairs that I didn't need to pay for. But it's super fun.
Mission successful.
Mission successful. Alright, high fives. Alright, 423,000. And yeah. Oh, we'll just have to do some minor repairs, not even that big a deal. And some new armor on a couple of the mechs. Basically didn't get hurt. That works. Okay, so what do we want? Do we want that piece of the Jinner? You know what? I don't really like Jinners that much. I got a couple buddies that just swear by them. I'm like, I can take or leave them. So I'm actually gonna forego taking a mech part, and I'm gonna pick up. You know what? I'm actually gonna grab an LRM-10 because one of the first things I want to do is build a long-range missile boat, an LRM boat. So I'll grab this, and then if we happen to get something else decent, great. AC-5? Okay, that works. So we'll do some repairs, and then we'll check to see if there's any other contracts in this system, because there may be. And if there is, we can jump right into one. Yep, here's one right here. Battle Mech Repair Base. This one's polar. Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll definitely do this. Who's it for? Oh, planetary government. Okay, so no rep to speak of then, right? I'm assuming. And we'll come back to that in a sec. Let's go ahead and... No, not Mechwarriors. Though we do have experience to spend. Oh, since nothing got blown off, we're good to go, huh? Oh, alright. So we don't have to pay for anything. We're just good to go. Alright. Excellent. Alright, well, let's take a look at the Mechwarriors real quick then. Trying to decide if I want to go with more piloting. If I'm building as a long range, I need to think about it some more. If I'm going to build my guy specifically to be like a long range pilot, then, or long range mech warrior, then piloting is not nearly as important as like tactics and gunnery. I could do that. I could go heavy tactics and heavy gunnery. But it's fun to go in and smash things in the face. Like, I'm torn about it. Okay, well, I know what I'm doing with Behemoth, so that one's pretty easy. It's already got guts. Let's increase her gunnery. Go ahead and grab some more tactics. Confirm that.
Training complete.
Medusa, we know that we're gonna get this, and we're gonna get sensor lock. So -1 indirect fire penalty, -45 minimum range. So this would, you know, apply to like a PPC. This would reduce the minimum range. So you would have less of a penalty firing it close up. Okay, confirm that.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Standing by.
Commander,
Glitch. Yeah, Glitch is definitely taking tactics.
Training complete.
There we go. And then I'm pretty confident I'll just take this contract in system. I see no reason not to. So that's what we'll come back to in the next one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time, I'm Mal. I'll see you later.